What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Wednesday. It's the hump day, September 13th, 2023. Hope you guys are having a good midweek. It's all downhill from here, right? Okay, what are we doing today? Oh, like and subscribe, por favor. I think you're going to enjoy this show. We're doing Ryan Day highlights from his press conference yesterday. Got the official announcement of Kyle McCord as a starting quarterback, but there's a lot more to it. He goes on for quite a bit here. So I've got video of Ryan Day and pulled out some other clips about third down offense, O-line issues. How do you decide who gets touches on offense, who gets the ball? Who are the leaders on the team right now? And what do you expect here against Western Kentucky? So, as always, I appreciate everybody joining me. Thank you. You guys keep this channel going. This football season goes quickly, but you guys have kept it growing every day. We're getting more than one subscriber a day, and that's all I could hope for. We're creeping up on 2,500 subscriptions here. So, maybe we'll hit 3,000 this year. That would be awesome. This is really I've only been doing the daily show for just over a year now, a year and a couple of months. So continued growth, that's what we're hoping for. And we want to take this channel to the next level and keep creating more content and stuff. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you. So hit me in the comments. I reply to all of them. And stay in touch. You can always email me at joe@thebuckeyecast.com if you want more of a private conversation. Just keep it clean. No, you don't have to. All right. So here we go. Ryan Day press conference. I've got a few clips here. I'm just going to play like back to back to back about the quarterback announcement, how it affects Kyle, how the reasons why it's Kyle. How it affects Devin, and then things like that, snaps in practice, shit like that. So here we go.
After reviewing the film, we decided that Kyle's going to be the starter, and that make that distinction. We still plan on playing Devin, but we feel like Kyle has really stepped up to and deserves to be the starter. So we're going to go ahead and make that distinction.
Okay, so we made that distinction. QB1. Here's some more.
Yeah, just the overall consistency that I think he's been playing with. He made some nice throws. He kept the offense going. He came out of the gates playing efficient football, and that's what we're going to look for moving forward. But I would just say overall consistency.
And that's not a surprise, right? I mean, that's the thing that they preach constantly. So not just at the quarterback position, but, that's typically what's going to win you a starting job at any position.
Regardless of the opponent, when you play in Ohio Stadium and, you get your second start, you have to see how people are going to react. I thought he was much more poised in this game than the first one, and I think that's natural. So, again, we'll see if we can build on that. But like you said, bigger challenges ahead.
You say snatcheral?
Yeah, we'd like to. We'd like to get him out there and play. I think it depends on the opponent, depends on the strategy. There's a lot that'll come into play each week. I don't think it'll be something that we do the same thing every week, but we'll look at the opponent, we'll look at the situation, we'll look at the schematics of it all and see where he fits.
So it's not about Devin, obviously.
Yeah, well, I think first off, it gives Kyle first off peace of mind that I think he realizes that he is the starter and he's earned that opportunity. Secondly, he will receive more of the reps. Devin will still get reps in practice. He'll get reps with the ones, but Kyle will get a little bit more than he has the last couple of weeks. And I think it's good for the team to have that distinction, to know that Kyle right now is the starter.
Definitely. If I were on that team, I definitely would like to know by week 2, after week 2, who his starter is. I mean, we've got Notre Dame in 2 weeks, for Christ's sake. Here is one more clip on Kyle.
I mean, I think right now, it would be consistency overall. Just, we've talked about managing the game in terms of making routine plays routinely, not making bad plays worse. And then when you have an opportunity to go make that play on third down in the red zone, we got to go make it. And I think he's starting to learn how that works, how the game works, the preparation, and those type of things. And if we can keep building on that, then I think you'll see more and more play. Accuracy is another thing that he's missed a couple throws, but we see accuracy in him that has a chance to be special as well.
See, that's where CJ really excelled, was his accuracy. That was a rare talent. And if Kyle can continue to grow and improve that accuracy, who knows? In another year and a half, he could be a CJ level accurate, or in another year. I think this clip is third down offense. Sorry, third down offense. Yeah, this clip is third down offense.
We found ourselves this year so far in some third and twos and third and threes that we haven't converted on offense. And we got to get fixed. We got to do a better job of that. We're just been in some situations where we haven't executed very well. In those situations, we expect to. And third and long, third and extra long, different story. But third and medium, third and short, we got to keep drives going.
Absolutely. That's been a killer for us, just converting third downs in general, but definitely third and short.
Yeah. There's no question. It has to. We've talked about that as a team. It has to be more efficient. We got to come out of the gates and be efficient. I thought we did that. In the first quarter, we took the ball, and we were. How does it affect a game like it was on Saturday? You're trying to play fast. We're trying to play fast. They're trying to play slow. That's just kind of the back and forth of it all. When we start getting into some different games down the road, that's not going to be the focus. The focus will be on winning the game. But we tried to get as many plays as we possibly could.
Next up, we are talking offensive line here, and how do we improve that?
Yeah, I thought the protection overall was solid. I think they gave Kyle some good time. I got to keep building on that. I thought their effort and their finish was much better, and there was some good plays where I thought we came off the ball, but again, overall consistency is something that we're working on, and we got to get better. But there was some improvement there. But we expect on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 to execute to get first downs, and there was a couple penalties in there as well. So got to clean those things up.
Yeah, I'll say. A little bit more on the O-line.
Once in a while, you got to just say, "Hey, we're gonna run the ball up the middle and make 4 yards, and then do it again." That's part of growing a team and building a team. We did a nice job a couple times of getting the ball to the perimeter and creating some explosive plays, but ultimately, we also have to run the ball inside the tackles. So there's a little bit of both going on there, especially in a game early in the season.
All right. So, how do you decide who gets touches? And obviously Trey he had 5 carries, so run us through that process.
We try to do let's look at the schematics of it all and figure out, here's a play that we think we run that it's against this defense, and put it up on the board, and then at the end we'll say, okay, how is this all shaken out? Is it heavy one side or another? And what we're not going to do is compromise what's best for the team just to make sure that, everyone's touching the ball in a certain game. You saw in the first game, Julian and Cade got a bunch of touches. The next game, Marv got some more. And, that's pretty normal of the way it goes. So, we try to be aware of it, but at the same time, we're not going to let it affect, how we're doing our day-to-day stuff.
All right. Next up, let's talk a little leadership. Who are the leaders on this team? Because we might not be seeing that out on the field, but at least in the first 2 games.
I think Tommy does have a pretty strong voice out there on the field. I agree with you. I think off the field, he's a man of few words, but on the field, you can feel him. You can hear him. He has passion. He has intensity, and he runs the defense out there. I think Mike Hall really, you feel him. You feel him on the field. I think Travion Henderson has done a really good job. You feel his every day at practice. You feel him on the field. And so that's great. And I think the more some of the other guys, the more that they continue to build confidence this season, you'll start to see that more and more. But it's there. I like the way Cade played in the first game. I like his leadership out there. I think sometimes with the offensive line, you're used to having maybe some older guys there. When you have 3 new starters there, you don't get as strong of leadership because they're still trying to figure it out. I think as they get more and more confident, you'll start to see those guys step up.
Okay. So leadership is kind of in an evolution right now for the most part, other than the guys he mentioned. But all right, so what do you see in this Western Kentucky team?
Again, I think it's just going to be a different situation this week with Western Kentucky. They're going to throw the ball a lot more than our last 2 opponents, and they're going to play fast and try to spread us out. I think they do an excellent job. I mean, it's going to be a big challenge for our defensive line. It's going to be a challenge for our defense. They do a great job on defense and try to change up the look. So schematically, we'll get stressed out. So I mean, this is a good challenge for us. And I think we'll have a better feel about that coming out of this game. Yeah, everything starts up front on both sides of the ball, and one of the things that the defensive line and Larry takes a lot of pride in is getting the pressure on the quarterback. So there's going to be an opportunity this week doing that because of how much they throw the football, and they have a really good quarterback and a really good scheme. So it goes hand in hand with the coverage. If the coverage is really strong, then the quarterback has to throw the ball or hold the ball longer. If the coverage is loose, the ball comes out a little sooner. And it's the same thing with the D-line. They have to rush. If they're not getting to the quarterback, he can hold on to it longer. They have to work together. And so again, different approach this week than what we've seen in the last couple. I think it's just on a week-to-week basis. I think we're in for a different challenge this week. This week you're going to see a team that throws the ball a lot more, plays faster, different challenge. So we'll just take it on a week-to-week basis. And listen, the bottom line is, if we get off the field or we convert on 3rd downs, and we're moving more efficiently, and that's going to be the goal. But we do talk about what teams' goal is on each side of the ball and how they plan to attack us. And so we have to adjust and adapt based on who we're playing. And this week will be a different challenge.
Definitely will be a different challenge, especially on defense. So, yeah, those were the big highlights. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the comments. If you're listening on podcast, probably the best way to get a hold of me is hop over to the YouTube channel, leave a comment, or email me, joe@thebuckeyecast.com. I occasionally, if you're listening on Spotify, I get some comments there. So those are greatly appreciated, Johnny C. So thank you, everybody. Let me know how you're doing and what you're up to, and we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.